The test series between Pakistan and West Indies ended 1-1, with West Indies winning the first match comprehensively and then Pakistan bouncing back to level the series. This was pretty much a basement battle between the two teams that are at the bottom of the Test Championship table, and we saw why that was the case in this series, with both teams showing us their flaws. That said, cricket is one of those sports where the more evenly matched the sides are, the better contests you see, and this series deserved a third Test match. It's an unfortunate cycle of where Test cricket and particularly these teams find themselves at right now, where neither of them plays enough cricket, and so they continue to struggle with consistency. But what we did learn from this series was that there's enough talent for both teams to build around. I'm going to talk about some of the takeaways from this series for Pakistan. So firstly, Pakistan's Test base attack should be built around domestic performers. Going into this series, we finally saw the likes of Shaheen Shah Afridi and Naseem Shah dropped from the Test side. This is something a lot of us have been calling for quite some time, given their Test performances and their drop-off in terms of not just their pace, but just their incisiveness as bowlers. Hopefully they get back to their best, but at the time, it looked like it was the right call going into the series, and it's proved to be correct. Mohammad Abbas is someone who's been around for quite some time, and he's emerging now as the leader of the Pakistan pace attack. He picked up 8 wickets in the first Test, but then was dropped from the side in another one of those mind-boggling decisions that Pakistan continues to make. Thankfully, this time it didn't cost them and they went on to win that second Test. But Mohammad Abbas has proven himself to be a bowler who Pakistan needs to bank on regardless of the conditions that we're playing in. He's proven himself in Bangladesh, he's now proven himself in West Indies, and yes, he may not have the pace, but he makes up for that with discipline and accuracy. And he's just been so consistent in Test matches for the period that he's been in the Pakistan side, that he's someone that should be one of the first names in the team sheet and who Pakistan should be looking to lead their pace attack going forward. He spoke about himself, the fact that Pakistan just doesn't play enough Test cricket to be able to develop players and develop as a side, and then Pakistan sort of adds on top of that by dropping him from the second Test match. He's unfortunate that his career has coincided with a period where Pakistan just doesn't play enough Test cricket, and a lot of his success has come in the county game as well as the domestic game for Pakistan. He should be playing every game regardless of the conditions or the opposition, and he's exactly who Pakistan need to be able to lead their attack without the likes of Shaheen and Naseem in the side right now. Muhammad Ali is another one who's making his comeback into the side. I say comeback, but let's be honest, he hasn't really had an opportunity in the Pakistan side. And he had a pretty solid series as well, picking up 9 wickets across the 2 Test matches. He showed that he knows how to take wickets, and he's spent his entire career playing the longer format, and that's what Pakistan needs right now. Other than that, Khurram Shahzad and Ubaid Shah played a game each. It's really good to see Ubaid making his debut. He's someone that Pakistan's identified as someone who will be the future of this space attack. He isn't there yet by any means. He's not the finished article, but it was still good to see him picking up his first international wickets, and that'll give him the confidence to be able to build from moving forward, whether it be in the Test formats or in white ball cricket as well. The second takeaway is that Pakistan's lower middle order has gone from being one of our biggest strengths in Test cricket to potentially being the biggest weakness. Once again, we saw in both Test matches that Pakistan's lower middle order was not able to build upon the solid start given to us by the top order. In the first Test, Pakistan was at 197 for 2, with West Indies having scored 311 in the first innings. It was a really solid position for Pakistan to be able to take a healthy first innings lead, which is even more important for a side like Pakistan that really struggles to bat in the fourth innings and chase down targets. But ultimately, Pakistan went from 244 for 3 to 259 for 8 and ended up surrendering a lead in the first innings. Now, in hindsight, Pakistan ended up losing this match by 90 runs, so you could say that that wasn't even important because they just weren't able to bat well in the fourth innings. But ultimately, that period was still really important because it shifted the momentum in the game and something Pakistan was not able to recover from at all. And so that's becoming a consistent concern, where previously Pakistan's top order and openers always were a concern, and that isn't something that we fixed by any means right now, but at least they're giving us good starts at the moment. But the likes of Salman Ali Agha and Mohammad Rizwan are not being able to build on that, and that's really, really concerning, since those are the guys Pakistan could bank on in Test cricket for sure to be able to give maybe not the big hundreds, but at least the consistent 40s and 50s. And then the second Test match, the same story, right? West Indies scored 344 in the first innings. Pakistan in response are 280 for 2, and it looks like they're going to bat West Indies out of the game in the first innings, which is exactly what Pakistan needed to be able to level the series. But what happens? You guessed it, it's another collapse. Pakistan goes from 280 for 2 to 311 for 6. This just continues to happen again and again, and fortunately for Pakistan, Abdullah's excellent knock and Sajid Khan's resilience batting at the end of the innings helped Pakistan get a first innings lead, which eventually helped us win the test match and save the series. But like, these collapses are happening increasingly. It's not just in test cricket, it's happening across formats, and I for one have no idea why this is happening. Just thinking through like what potential reasons there could be. Is it because of a lack of concentration? Is it because of an inability to read the game and read the situation and know how to apply yourself? Do Pakistan's batsmen not trust their defense, and so they're playing shots that are rash and not needed in this situation? Do they not have an understanding of the game to be able to know when to attack and when to defend? Feels like it's all of the above, and these are all things that Pakistan's new batting coach Mike Smith is going to have to address. I think this is an even bigger concern when you consider the fact that, we have fairly experienced batsmen in those positions, in Salman Ali Agha and Mohammad Rizwan, and until recently these were the guys that Pakistan could bank on. Like, we had Saud Shakil batting at number 5, Salman Ali Agha at number 6, and then Mohammad Rizwan at number 7, and that was as good as it gets for like a lower middle order in test cricket, and we were pretty blessed to have that, because even if, like I said, even if they weren't scoring the big hundreds in every game, they were all contributing with 40s, 50s and 60s, and that helped Pakistan build on the start that their top order had given them. But now where we find ourselves is that Saud Shakil is out of the side. The other two are struggling big time for form. Now I don't know if that's as a result of the pressure the PCB's put on them by giving them captaincy and taking it away. Like, all these things tend to add up in Pakistan cricket, but we need both Salman Ali Agha and Mohammad Rizwan to find their form and find it quickly, particularly heading into the England series. Like, this needs to be addressed, and they do need to step up because they are the guys we bank on to be able to deliver. The third takeaway from this series is that Abdullah Shafique and Babar Azam need to continue to build on the form that they've shown in this series. Abdullah Shafique wasn't even in the test side. He was playing for Lahore Qalandars in the Global Super League, but with the injuries to Shan Masood and Abdullah Fazal, he was drafted in classic Pakistan fashion and batted at number 3, a position he'd never batted at in tests before. And Abdullah delivered big time, scoring 160 runs and one of the best knocks you've seen by a Pakistan batsman in recent times. Abdullah Shafique is a player who, by this time, I would have expected to have made himself a fixture in not just the test but the one-day side, but he's had a bit of indifferent form for a little bit, and so he was dropped as a result of it. Maybe one of those situations where Pakistan, format mixes, and his white ball drop-off has contributed to him being dropped from the test side as well. And he did have some issues with his technique, but this was Abdullah at his best. Abdullah that sort of broke into the Pakistan side that has made big hundreds in tests before. And the beauty of test cricket is that you're going to be faced with situations where you have to, just block the ball out. In certain situations, you're going to have to chase the game. And Abdullah Shafique is someone who's shown himself to be able to do all that. He's really one of those players who at his best is a complete batsman, where he can play quickly, he can also defend, and he was really able to trust his technique in this game. And he's someone who's a pleasure to watch. Pakistan has two players in Babar and Abdullah who, when they're in form, are a treat to watch. In fact, with Babar, you can say that he's always a treat to watch regardless of whether he's in form or not. And that's the frustrating part about him recently, because he comes out and he just looks like the Babar Azam that we're all waiting for, and then he gets out. And so I think this match was good to see him coming back to his best as well. But focusing back on Abdullah for a minute, no player has made more test hundreds for Pakistan than Abdullah Shafique since he made his test debut. He has 600s now. Babar Azam is the second highest in that period with 500s. And he's showing the hunger that Pakistan needs from their batsmen, particularly in test cricket, where we don't just need someone to score runs, we need someone to score big hundreds. I think Abdullah's career is characterized by some really good hundreds and then maybe some indifferent performances in the middle. So he's shown himself to be a player who can really, when he's at his best, capitalize on that and score those big innings. And that's something Pakistan needs, because we don't have someone who's been able to score big hundreds over the years. In fact, this is only the fourth 150 plus score by a Pakistan batsman since the 2020s, and so it just shows how important it is for us to have someone like Abdullah who can deliver on that at his best in form, particularly going into that England series. And then Babar Azam, he's a guy who has now played more of his cricket almost as Pakistan captain than he has without, it feels like. And the good thing is that the return to captaincy has not affected his batting. And there's more to come from Babar Azam as well, right? It's really good to see him getting back into form in this series. He deserved 100 in that second test match, got run out for 88, and so that wait for that elusive test 100 just seems to continue. Hopefully he's able to get that monkey off his back in the England series, and it's something that's just a matter of time the way he's batting right now. But as a Pakistan fan, it's exciting. You almost don't want to hope that this could be Babar Azam back to his best, but it's something we need, and let's hope this England series could not come at a more perfect time in that sense for him. It's a great opportunity for him because there are some good batting tracks in England, and it's an opportunity for him to go back to being recognized as one of the best batsmen in the world. Let's hope he takes it because it's only a matter of time if he keeps batting this way and trusting himself. And we've seen that becoming captain again is not something that's affected his batting. If anything, it's like elevated it. So good to see Babar back in form. Good to see Abdullah back in the side. There's more to come from both of them, and Pakistan will need them in the England series. So those are the main takeaways from the Pakistan vs West Indies series. It's good to see Pakistan playing Test cricket again. I'm excited for that England series. Let's see if Pakistan's able to take some of the positives that they've had in this series going into that. It's going to be very difficult because, like I said at the start, Pakistan is down bad in Test cricket at the moment, and they're pretty much at the bottom of the Test championship table. But England isn't that much ahead of us either, so it's a good opportunity for us to be able to take them head on and take advantage of the situation with them, where they are sort of in a stage of flux with Ben Stokes moving on and Baz McCollum also moving on as coach as well.